Hello everyone, it's me. I know, you're all excited. I'm alive. Let me kind of explain things, because you're probably wondering what's with the Dota? Where's Hi-Fi Rush? Why was he out for a couple days? So, basic one, why was I out for a couple days? I had my wisdom teeth pulled. It was very fun. I still have the stitches in my mouth, and they are slightly aggravating. I'm not in pain. It's Timmer. He already knows. Well, I'm explaining it in case people don't. But then, why am I playing Dota? Well, I'm not. I'm reading patch notes because Valve actually didn't have Valve time and put out a patch on Thursday. I thought it was going to be a joke. I thought it was going to be small if it even happened. It is a very big patch. It is so big, in fact, they made a video for it. So let's watch it. You can't even hear it. I'm professional. I forgot about that. All right, we're going to watch it again. There we go. Celebratory confetti horns on your return. Thank you, Timmer. Thank you very much. Okay, I am going to dictate two things about this patch. One, it is psychotic. It is so obscenely psychotic that I can't even explain it properly. And two, I have skimmed it a bit, and I had to tell myself to stop because my brain was hurting. Because that is how big this patch is. It's a very big patch. Will Llama be here? No. He has already seen the patch, and it's just gonna be reading. I'm not even gonna get it done tonight. He's got his own stuff going on. I'll ask. So yeah, that's the video they put out. So now let me get her set up for the actual everything else and hopefully not break it. I didn't, thank God. Alright. New Frontiers. Patch 7. Is there that much to read? Yes, you can see the scroll bar. It is very small. Gameplay update 7.33, New Frontiers, a new map, major gameplay changes, and so much more. It's a whole new world to explore. It is really big. You want to know why? The New Frontiers update is shipping a new map, major gameplay changes, matchmaking changes, user interface changes, and, we're not kidding here, so much more. How much more? The patch note reading takes approximately 15 hours. What do you mean 15 hours? No, don't lie to me. How much more? So much that it actually got hard to remember it all, and we started to panic for a few days until someone remembered we could just write it down. So we did. Now we can read it anytime we want, and you can too. Start scrolling to read on. The Dota map has been massively expanded. The core objective of the game remains the same. Your lanes aren't further away from each other, and everything you need to win is still in the center of the map. But with 40% more terrain, there's plenty of room to reap new resources and discover new strategies. Both main jungles have also been fully reconfigured, shaking up vision placement, juke routes, farming, and more. So, before I actually continue, I'm going to talk about how this is 7. What the F was that? God damn, fine. Jesus. Do it. Okay, I'm going to talk about the 7.33 really quick, because I do think it's important to talk about. So, Mama, what's up? How you doing?
He told me to be here.
Yeah, I know. Because you tried to frickin' call me on Steam. Why'd you do that?
Timmer told me to be here, and I wanted to increase your viewer activity rate.
Okay. So
you can make fat money.
All right, thank you. Okay. Um, okay, so 7.33. Why is it not 8.0? Why am I talking about this? So when Dota came out originally, it was 1.x, 2.x, 3.x, 4.x, 5.x, 6.x. Okay, and every time that main number changed, basically the developer hands changed. And then Dota 2's first proper, only for Dota 2 patch, 7.0, the developer, Ice Frog, had stayed the same. But because it was a new hero for properly for only Dota 2, and there was the talent system and shrines and everything else, it became 7.0. Because of the map changes, I think it should have been 8.0, honestly. But I don't know. You've read this, right, Llama?
I skimmed it because
Okay.
I don't read the patch notes. I just play the game and
Okay.
die.
So this is how big the map has gotten. There's all types of new doohickeys and whatnot. We're gonna read every single new one. So Roshan has homes. Roshan sold his old river pit and is taking advantage of all this new real estate. He's now got 2 fantastic new pits located in northwest and southeast corners of the map. It's a pit lover's paradise, boasting peekaboo views of the fountains and just minutes away from the secret shops. These pits must also be close to a gym because Roshan's even tankier now. Roshan also no longer drops Aghanim shards and now drops cheese on his second death instead of third. His third death drops a refresher shard or a scepter depending on whether he's in the north pit or south pit. So you had stated to me that he teleports. What does that mean? Like, if you have people on the same team on each pit, he will only show
So
up in one?
Roshan is in the top left corner
No,
by
he's-
default, I believe. What?
No, I'm saying, like, if you have allies on... Like, if you have you and an ally on different pits, he'll only show up in one?
So Roshan starts in the top left
Uh-huh.
pit. And I think like every 5 or 10 minutes, he takes that little teleporter doohickey and goes to the other fucking pit.
Okay.
But you can see the teleporter being activated through the fog of war, which is
Okay.
really fucking stupid.
That... I guess it's because it's Roshan. That's really weird. Alright.
And because it's a new thing and it's buggy as shit.
Yeah. Twin gates. 2 gates now connect the corners of the map near the safe lane towers, allowing players to teleport instantly from one edge of the map to the other. This is a gameplay change, but it has obvious lore implications. You guessed it. Dota 2 now unofficially exists in the Pac-Man expanded universe. Oh, God.
I really liked the jokes in these patch notes. It made it bearable to read.
Yeah, because it hurt your brain. Lotus pools. Players can now find lotus pools on the left and right sides of the map, near where the creep waves first meet. They periodically spawn fruit that, when eaten, grants mana and HP. Players can stockpile this fruit and then combine it into even larger, higher value fruit in the late game. This larger fruit can even be combined into incredibly large fruit. What happens if you combine the incredibly large fruit? Probably nothing. Definitely something. Okay. Tormentors. These 2 powerful
So I did a full channel on the Lotus Pool in the bot game, and I think it gave me enough to do a 400 HP heal.
Wow.
Like with a single fruit.
That's insane. That's honestly decent, but it probably scales. Tormentors. These 2 powerful neutral creeps spawn near each base after 20 minutes and both have a belly full of Aghanim shards. But there's a catch, and the catch is that there's 2 catches. Tormentors are equipped with mega shields, which reflect most of the damage you throw at them, and they grow stronger every time you kill them, so it'll probably require your entire team to take one down. The good news is, much like bears ignoring you to maul a hiker, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Okay. Watchers are like Terminators, but for watching. They are relentless, they don't know pain, they don't know fear, they are lazy though. They won't start watching until you click on them. Watchers begin the game inactive and neutral, but once activated, grant vision over the Watcher's area for 7 minutes, or until your enemies sabotage it to temporarily disable it. When a team kills Roshan, all Watchers return to their side. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, good to know. Defender's Gates. Defender's Gates combines the sparkly high fantasy of Dota with the practicality of doors in your house that you can lock when you go to the grocery store to destroy its ancient. It's a backdoor to your base with a handy force field that lets your team through and keep the enemy team out. While the enemy is assaulting the front, you can sneak in and out through the back. Okay. That's kind of neat. I don't know how much that's going to affect the game, but it's neat.
No, they did a lot of work in this patch to make it to where you can't get stomped and not fucking do anything.
All right, game spend the 8 to 9 in trying it out. I don't even know. I haven't even touched the game because I haven't read anything. Could you activate them when you set for your team? I want to eat that. Do you want to eat the Wisdom Rune, which grants XP boosts to any hero wise enough to steal one? They spawn near your base, offering an easy to defend way to keep losing games from spinning out of control. I like this change because depending on when these spawn, it turns the game from a 2-1-2 into a 1-1-1 with 2 roaming supports that can eat the runes. You know what I mean?
Or if you're getting shafted at your fucking base, you can quickly go out and grab one.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, in the early game, if these spawn early, it takes it from having, like, lane supports to roaming supports, especially because of some of the other changes and stuff. I don't know how long until they spawn. Shield runes. River power runes also get an addition with the beefy new shield rune, which gives 50% of your max health as a barrier. Dive a tower for a kill in the early game, or walk up a blind hill to surprise both yourself and the enemy team. I think this one's neat. I don't know how good it's gonna be. It's
really good.
No, I get that, but it's like
50% of your max HP.
No, I know.
Not even your current HP, so your max.
I'm just wondering, like, can it get dispelled instantly, though? Like, does it get removed with, like, a hard dispel type thing?
Because they changed the dispels.
I know they changed stuns, from what I skimmed.
And BKB.
Yeah, that too. We're going to get to that. 12 new creep camps. Some of the creeps got tired of getting butchered all the time in the jungle and have established 12 new camps scattered throughout the expanded maps, and now you can butcher them there too. I like this because it's going to, like, change farming or routines for, like, carries. A lot of this is just changing everything for every role in the game, I would say.
They are in very weird spots.
Okay, it's probably not going to change all that much, but still. What class is Ricky considered? I have the game here. I'm just gonna look.
Ricky is considered a low skill hero, and if you play him, you have to pay me $5.
He's
Timmer,
considered
like every time.
He's considered a carry, as an escape, and a disabler. There you go. I have the game open, so I can just look at that quick, because that's like the random snippets of music, and I'm actually gonna up it. So there's a bit of background volume. Okay. New outposts. The expanded map features 2 new outposts. The original outposts have been moved to new locations, which raises the obvious question of whether they're truly the original outposts. Nice try, Socrates. They are. Oh, this is so stupid. God.
Oh.
Major gameplay changes. The new Frontiers update introduces major changes to your favorite heroes and systems. In fact, our legal department advised us to tell you that this gameplay section is so densely packed with meta-defining new features. You know what this feels like? It feels like reading a TF2 patch notes. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, which is nice.
I like it.
Yeah, I know, I do too. But also, sometimes the jokes are a bit dumb. Alright, anyway, meta-defining new features that you should read them slowly over the course of the next few weeks so you don't get overstimulated and have to call the fire department. I'm just here. God, it's been 10 minutes. Alright, new hero attribute type. As the 4th Spirit Brother we'd released, Void Spirit shouldn't have been a strength, agility, or intelligence hero. To stand apart, he really should have been a new kind of hero. A 4th kind of hero. Introducing Universal Heroes, a new main stat group composed of existing heroes that now gain 0.6 damage from each stat of any attribute. Our engineers assure us this number is perfectly balanced, unless it isn't. But the good news is we're all going to find out together in the grand adventure it is the new Frontiers update. I know these 3 are obviously on here. I am assuming... Yeah, I know. He's in the picture, Llama.
Oh, I didn't even fucking see him. He just blends in.
He's just a ball. That's just how it works.
He just fucking blends in.
My question is, did their stat changes go down? Because you got to think about it like this. If they had, like, enough to be considered higher damage per level, is that going to make them really strong? But also, based on the list, is it ones that make sense? Because I know Venge is on that because I skimmed it, but it's one of those things of, did her stat gains go down because of it? Are the new heroes? But there are no new heroes as far as I know. It's just they get this attribute typing.
No, everyone sucks, Timmer, and they nerfed all of my favorite heroes.
Did they actually? I feel bad. BKB rework. Activating Black King Bar now applies a basic this spell and grants 50% magic resistance and debuff immunity. While it's active, negative effects from debuffs don't affect you. Plus, you'll have immunity from pure and reflected. Ooh, okay.
But you can still be targeted by spells.
No, I know.
Well, you
if
can be
BKB
now.
expires before the duration of any of the debuffs, the debuffs will be applied for whatever duration is left. Effects that pierce magic immunity that also pierce debuff immunity. Okay.
It's very interesting.
It is. I get why they did it. It was such a stupid item that you almost always had to build. Like, the meta was so built on this item. Which, it makes sense. It's like magic immunity. It affects everything in the game. Now it's probably not as big of a deal, to be honest.
Alright.
What?
Skip BKB.
Why?
Because the next section is my favorite fucking section.
You mean the neutral thing? I know that. I'm reading
Yes.
this in order. Neutral item drops reworked. Murdering forest creatures used to mean getting a cool new neutral item. What's the llama drama in this update? Everything you don't like. Yeah, so what do you not like? Outside
So
of-
they nerfed Shadow Shaman
Oh, no.
fucking hard. Because
No,
his
that-
whole thing is debuffs and stuns and shit. And they're like, oh, well, you know what? Fuck you. We have all your shit. Fuck you.
You're so angry. Okay.
Yeah, he's my favorite fucking character.
Alright, well, let's go through this. Murdering forest creatures used to mean getting a cool new neutral item. That usually went to the carry, who usually wasn't you. Now killing a neutral creep randomly drops a token, which lets you choose from 5 available neutral items. Each token offers a full array of 5 options, so even the last player to redeem their token has a real choice. Teams can give tokens to anyone to use, but once you select an item, it can't be shared, so divvy your tokens wisely.
But you can't select the same item.
Okay, I have a question because of that statement. If you as a carry use 2 of them,
You can't.
okay, it just
You can only use you can only use 1 token of each tier.
Okay. All right.
Each person can use 1, but
does that
each
mean
individual
the
person.
neutral items themselves can't be shared at all, or is it like I can give you a neutral item still, or what?
I think they can be shared still.
Okay.
And I think you can still I think you can pick duplicate neutrals as well.
Timmer's gone through 2 bags of cough drops and he's still coughing like that sucks, honestly.
What brand of cough drops?
Also, how big are the bags? Like,
You should probably go to the hospital if you've gone through 2 bags of cough drops.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit,
what
like
I-
call poison control.
all right, neutral creep scaling. I like this one because I'm really wondering how this is going to affect like Doom and stuff. Neutral creeps and their abilities now scale over time. Yes, camps will get harder to wipe out as the game goes on, but heroes with the ability to control creeps are going to have some serious backup. The one that I'm really curious about, like when it comes to Doom, is the Ice Ghost that applies a slow on hit, because depending on how much that scales, that's terrifying. In the sense of just being a massive slow. They're like the small Ricola bags. Okay. But also, it's like, this is so beneficial for Chen and Enchantress, even though I hate dealing with Enchantress. It makes sense for them to scale because of the abilities. Kill formula reworked. We've reworked the kill formula to make early game kills more impactful and motivate players to gank other lanes. We've also reduced gold scaling for lane creeps, making creep farming less profitable as the game progresses, and encouraging players to beat the gold out of each other instead. This one I kind of like, but also it's going to be kind of crippling. Like, I've seen how the gold works. I think it's all based on the range creep now, but it's still slow. Like, it's more... Yes, it's kind of like how League of Legends is, where it's like early game, it's built on farming the lanes, and then you just go into almost hyper kill state,
Which is infinitely more fun than everybody sitting in their own lane for 3 fucking hours.
No, I know. An unstunning new feature. This one, I think, is maybe the biggest change in the patch from what I've skinned. Playing your hero is always more fun than sitting around not playing your hero. Well, fans of playing things and critics of not playing things, your dreams have come true. Get ready to play your hero more than ever before. How? Easy. We reduced the duration of almost every disable in the game. How did we come up with this insane plan? Even easier. We took a Beastmaster Roar to the face and suddenly had a lot of time to think. Apparently, some stuns have gone down, like, barely at all. I think, like, Bane's ult. From what little I've read and seen, Bane's ult went down by, like, 0.25 seconds. But other ones went down by, like, 20% across the board at least per tier. So, I kind of get why they're doing this. Because, at least in low-tier Dota, sometimes it's just all based on how many stuns you have. And there's a lot of heroes in the game that are like this. Alright, hero highlight.
Yeah, Ogre.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Hero highlight. While all heroes have been balanced, some have been balanced more than others. We're calling out a few of these here. Muerta, Clinkz, Arcwarden. Clinkz's abilities now create skeletons. 2 months of haunting the lanes, Muerta has finally found her Aghanim Scepter and Shard. If you haven't checked her out yet, learn at the Dead Reckoning. And Arcwarden used to create a perfect clone of itself, but now he makes a better version of himself. Or worse. Either way, it's different and uncontroversial, we imagine. Okay, I'm gonna just read Muerta, then Clinkz, then Arcwarden.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Alright, add the Captain's Mode. Deadshot, fear duration decreased from 1 to 1.6 to 0.8 to 1.25. Understandable because of the disables. Silence duration decreased from 2 to 3.5 to 1.5 to 3. Duration decreased from 10 to 7 to 10. Pierce the Veil, upgraded by Shard, grants 30% spell life steal for the duration of Pierce the Veil, which is her ult. Muerta permanently gains 2% spell amp every time she kills an enemy hero during Pierce the Veil or any hero dies within 925 units. It's really weird, but I like it. Because it's like... At least it's usable now with BKB. Because it used to be... If they BKB'd, she would just do no damage for the most part. The updates that destroy the meta are good. Because it's, I think it's like you have to now redo the game. Parting Shot, new ability granted by Scepter. Muerta shoots an allied or enemy hero in their soul, separating it from the physical body for 4 seconds. The soul is pushed 150 units on separation and is untargetable, muted, disarmed, and invulnerable. Body is stunned for the duration and has 50% damage reduction. After the effect, the soul is forcefully returned to the body, which applies a strong dispel, removing negative debuffs and stuns. The soul survives until the end of the effect, even if the body dies. Does not deal damage to allies, and Muerta can't target herself. 300 damage, 250 mana cost, 45 seconds. What the F does that even mean? God. That's the best thing.
Dota characters are confirmed to have a soul?
Yep. Just, that means Wind Ranger, who is a ginger, has a soul. I apologize. Deadshot damage at level 10 talent decreased from 100 to 80, and Clinkz just has 80,000 things. Okay. Base damage increased from 15 to 21 to 19 to 25, so just plus 4 damage. Base strength increased from 16 to 17. Searing Arrow's ability Oh. Okay. That's... God, I'm wondering about the other heroes with that then. Jesus. But then again, they did stuff, and Clinkz was just a bunch of raw damage. I don't know. Strafe, new basic ability. It's back. Clinkz and his Burning Skeleton Archers in 1200 AoE gain bonus attack speed and attack range. Attack speed bonus is 100 to 220 for Clinkz and 50% for the Skeletons. Attack range bonus is plus 200 for Clinkz and the Skeletons. Duration 3.5 seconds. Cooldown 30 to 15 seconds. Mana cost 75 to 90. Casting Strafe does not break Skeleton Walk invisibility. So he had this. Now it's back, but it also gives him attack range, which is interesting. Kind of like Clinkz. Clinkz is a fun one. His lore is really interesting. He was just basically a really good archer, and then he got cursed to just never die. Captain's Mode. Captain's Mode is basically professional Dota, if that makes sense. That's just the easiest way to explain it. Okay, Tar Bomb. New basic ability. Unit targeted. Clinkz throws a projectile that deals 40 to 100 magic damage on impact, commanding Clinkz and all burning skeleton archers in range to attack the target. Wait, what? Does that mean Clinkz gets taunted, essentially? I don't know. The 275 radius area around the target is also covered in tar for 5 seconds. Enemy that walks across the tar gets slowed by 16 to 25% and receives an additional 15 to 45 physical damage from all attacks by Clinkz or his burning skeleton archers. Effect persists for 2.5 seconds after leaving the area. Affects buildings. Okay. So they just made Searing Arrows more interesting. Cast range 1,000. Cooldown summon of 4. Mana cost 40 to 55. Okay. Death Pact. Now basic ability. Now has 1 to 2 charges and 40-second charge restore time. Now creates a burning skeleton archer in place of a killed creep. Only one skeleton from this ability can exist at a time. Skeleton hits to kill 3. Skeleton damage 20%. Skeletons deal 25% less damage to buildings. Does it move? Heal and bonus health is now 125 to 350, so most you get is 700. Okay. I mean, it's a heal. It's weird. Mana cost decreased from 100 to 60. Creep max level is now 4 to 6. It's so weird. Skeleton is ultimate. Okay. Now an ultimate ability. Duration increased from 25 to 40 to 35 to 45 seconds. Bonus move speed rescaled from 15 to 60 to 30 to 60. Mana cost increased from 80 to 80 to 130. Cooldown rescaled from 20 to 17 to 18. Now summons 2, 3, 4 Burning Skeleton Archers. Only one pack of skeletons from this ability can exist at a time. Burning Barrage, now granted by Aghanim's, also douses enemy in Tar Bomb slow. Cooldown 22 seconds, range 850, damage per hour 65%. Okay, this is
Holy
weird.
Shit.
This is so weird. I'm just happy that Barrage is now, like, time-gated, because that was so annoying. It really was. But this is such a weird hero now. Like, Ice Frog just went all in on the Bone Boys. So weird. Searing Arrow damage replaced with plus 20 Tar Bomb, but yep, that's just, okay. Death Pact Steel Creep abilities replaced with plus 1 Death Pact, oh, okay. Death Pact Health replaced with plus 75 attack range, that's garbage. What? I mean, he outrages towers, but it's just barely anything. Level 20 plus 3 Burning Barrage Arrows replaced with plus 40 Strafe attack speed, plus 125 attack range replaced with plus 200 Death Pact Health. 25 plus 25% Burning Barrage damage replaced with minus 7 Strafe cooldown. Level 25 Searing Arrow Multi-Shot replaced with Tar Bomb Multi-Shot. Anytime Clinks attacks an enemy covered in tar, he will also attack a random enemy with his attack range. That seems in comparison to Strafe, but I don't know. What would Strafe's cooldown go to? Like 8 seconds? Yeah, that seems really good. That's a lot. Oh, he almost spoiled. Okay, this one is weird. I looked at this and my brain hurt. All Tempest Doubles abilities
Which
are...
one?
For Arc Warden. All Tempest Doubles abilities are replaced with the Tempest versions of Arc Warden's abilities. The Upheaval has attuned Arc Warden to the Ancients. When playing on Dire, Arc Warden will have the Tempest abilities by default, and his Tempest Double will have its normal abilities. This condition is temporary and will go away once Zept adapts to the new Paradigm. I don't know what that means.
Paradigm.
Paradigm, whatever. Does that mean it's just for a short time, just to test how it goes? Because it's like, okay,
I don't fucking know.
No, because like in the past, heroes were like in Dota 1, heroes were Dire only or Radiant only in a certain game mode, which I think this is supposed to copy somewhat. Alright, so Tempest version of Flux provides higher damage, 15 to... So 20 to 95, but lower movement speed penalty, so 6 to 18. Magnetic Field provides attack range, only for ranged heroes. Adds 20 to 80 magic damage to attacks made by allies from the field, and adds an increased duration of 5 to 8 seconds. Okay. Spark Wraith Tempest version has a shorter activation delay, 1 second. Faster moving Wraith, 725. Longer slow duration, 0.6 to 1.2, but has a lower damage. 75 to 255. Just that speed is stupid. It's so dumb. I hate this change. I want it removed. Like, you can make it really fast, but don't give it, like, longer slow and stuff, and maybe cut the damage in half. Tempest Double cooldown decreased from 60 to 40 to 56 to 4. That's, like, barely anything. Jesus. Level 15, plus 40 Magnetic Field attack speed also grants up to plus... Also grants... What? Also grants to plus 40 magnetic field magic damage Tempest version. Okay. Okay, that was... Yeah. Level 20 plus 40 flex replaced with minus 9 second magnetic field... Ew. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's so AIDS. Oh, he's gonna be so much more annoying to deal with now. Unless the magnetic field... No, because it's like full evasion, so now it's like... Ugh. God, that's annoying. Level 20 plus 125 Spark Wraith damage replaced with plus 35% Spark Wraith damage. Okay. Is that... I think that's better. I don't know. 40% Tempest Double cooldown reduction replaced with no damage penalty distance for Tempest Double. Okay. This was something that people complained about because it sort of forced the Aug's Spark Wraith meta for him.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's locked behind 25 is really annoying, but at least there's something. Alright. Ogre Magi, too dumb to be an intelligence hero, so he isn't anymore. Medusa starts weak as a baby, but like a baby, she gets stronger over time. Alchemist a hero, like all Alchemist players, is now innately greedy. I love that statement. Alright. Same thing. Primary attribute changed to strength. Strength gain increased from 3.3 to 4.2. Base int decreased from 15 to 0. Intelligence gain decreased from 2.5 to 0. Always has 0 intelligence, always. This is the silencer counter right here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it's not, I don't think.
No, he still has mana.
No, that's not what I mean. I think, like, the damage for one of silencer spells is based on the difference between int. So it's going to hit him like a truck. Base mana increased from 75 to 120. Base damage decreased from 54 to 60 to 44 to 50. Aw. They gave him plus 20 damage and then they took half of it away. Why can't the game patch notes bully them? But I can't. Cause... Alright, Dumb Luck. New innate ability. Max int is 0. Ogre Magi receives 6 points of max mana and 0.03 mana regen per point of strength. Each 20 points of strength also increases multicast chance by 1%, only affects multipliers over 0%, so the 4x cast chance won't trigger on level 1, etc. And then stuns got nerfed. This one is
and
really...
You're completely skipping over that multicast chance.
No, I was going to go back to that. Like, this is huge. I'm not saying it's not. It's like Heart of Tarrasque is now quote-unquote core on Ogre because of all the crap it gives them. God.
Mm-hmm. And now with my fucking luck with multicast, I'll always be proccing 4x.
Yeah, I know. Then we go to Medusa. This one was like, what the Christ. Base strength decreased from 17 to 0. Strength gain decreased from 1.5 to 0. Int gain increased from 3.4 to 3.7. Mystic Stake mana cost decreased from 140 to 80 to 140. Scepter Stone base duration. What the F is it? Oh, great, it's storming. Oh, that's great. Even better. Stone base duration decreased from 1.3 to 1 second. That makes sense. Mana Shield ability rework. Now a passive ability. Medusa starts with 1 level of Mana Shield, and the ability can be upgraded up to level 5. Creates a shield that absorbs 98% incoming damage in exchange for mana. Increases base mana, bonus mana 200 to 300. Damage per point of mana 2 to 3.2. Now if a hero has Mana Shield ability, their mana bar will be visible to enemies. Now also absorbs health loss type damage. And then Stone Form duration decreased from 3 to 2.4. This is... I'm not even going to look at the talent shit. This is just so weird to see this. Just a hero with... Like, even the Ogre one, it's like, you get no strength gain, you get no int gain. It's so odd. Like...
Fun.
I know, but it's still just like... What do you even build for Medusa now? Like, do you go for mana regen plus mana? Do you still do, like, Shiva? I assume you still do, like, not Shivas, but, like, I have Scotty, because that's still, like, a good orb modifier on her arrows. It's like, Christ. Right,
Well, Mana Shield blocks... yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Yeah. Level 10 plus 0.5 Mana Shield damage per mana replaced with plus 5% Stoics Gaze bonus physical... I don't think that's all that great. I don't know what her other one is. Actually, I can look at the game right now. It is plus 15... Oh, no, no, the other one's still good. It affects move and turn slow, which is insane. So, this just feels like hot garbage. Level 25 plus 75 int replaced with plus 1.3 mana shield damage per mana. It feels like a nerf, but I don't know, because I have no idea.
I think they're trying to make her tankier, as opposed to spammier. That's what it feels like.
She was already really tanky, though, depending on lineup.
Yeah, you could really spam Mystic Snake, but it feels like they're trying to cut that down and go more towards, hey, build mana just for tanking, not for spamming everything else.
I guess. But even then, you'd still want the mana anyway, just for the shield. Anyway, not important. Okay. Alchemist Acid Spray. Cast point improved from 0.2 to 0.1. Cooldown decreased from 22 to 19. That's nice. Mana cost decreased from 130 to 120. This just got buffed all the time.
Yep.
Duration decreased from 16 to 15. Never mind. Damage per second increased from 20 to 35 to 25 to 40. Never mind. It's basically buffed. Who cares about anything else? Unstable concoction, max stun duration decreased from 2.2 to 4 to 1.7 to 3.2. That's pretty hefty. But it's also because of the disables change. Even then, this just forces him as a carry. I don't think he can be a support anymore.
Now wait, what? Look at the Grievous Greed change.
No, I know. Now innate max bonus gold per kill rescaled from 15 to 24 to 18. Bounty rune multiplier rescaled from 1.8 to 2. I mean 1.8 to 3 to 2. I get this. This just makes him a carry just because of this being built in from the forefront. Because now you can acid spray level 1 on concoction. But then we have this. Corrosive weaponry, new basic passive ability. Attacks apply a stacking debuff on enemies that reduces movement speed by 36% and status resistance by 36% per stack. Applying a new stack refreshes the duration. Has no effects on buildings or Roshan. Max stacks 5 to 11.
So a pretty much 66% move speed decrease.
No. 66% move speed slow. That also lowers your status resistance by 66%.
Yeah, so he's a carry now.
Yeah.
You were right.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. So just ban Alk. We're just banning Alk. Fuck that. I don't want to deal with it.
66% status resist. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna let you stun people, but sure, we can reduce the move speed to fucking 0. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you still have to hit them. Because it says attacks, so he still has to hit stuff. But Jesus.
Yeah, but he still attacks super quickly.
And then bonus health on Chem Rage increased from 50 to 100 to 50 to 110. Okay. Level 15 talent damage per Grievous Greed stack increased from 1.5 to 3. Alright. That's I didn't think it would be 11. I looked at it. I never read it. But he's slow. That barely matters in this game. He could get Blink. Like, okay.
Or Staff.
No, Blink. The blink that applies slow, or even just swift blink, because that gives him phased movement and faster movement. You've got the Abyssal Blade. Give him like an attack speed item, and then just Jesus.
Or just give him like a root, like Atos.
All right, new items
those
for
are
all your
free hit.
purchasing needs. All right, Blood Grenade. This is so weird. Plus 50 health. Throw a grenade. Throw a grenade at the target area. Enemies in the area will take 50 damage on impact and be slowed by 15% and take 15 damage every second for 5 seconds, radius 300. This costs health. Do you lose it when it gets yeeted?
I don't know. I think you do.
That's so weird.
But it also has a cooldown, so I don't know.
We'll find out. It probably builds in this. God only knows. Diadem, 1,000 gold, plus 6 all attributes. Stuff it in the cornucopia. I'm sorry. Why is it called cornucopia? Isn't that persevere? No, it's not persevere. No, it is. Is that new?
I don't know what you're saying.
I said stuff it in a cornucopia because that's what it's called, and I'm just wondering if this is. It's not perseverance, which is the ring of health.
Yeah, they still have a perseverance.
Okay. 5 health regen, 2 mana regen, 7 damage. That's not bad, but I'm just wondering how the F you bake that. Pavis, I don't know. 1,400 gold, 3 armor, 2.5 mana regen, 175 health. When cast on an ally, grants them a physical damage barrier that absorbs 300 damage, duration 8 seconds, range 1,000. I'm actually really wondering if this would be decent.
It's not bad.
I know. I'm wondering if this is for Centaur, if anything. Oh, you know what? No, I'm wondering if this is going to be built into oh god, what is it? God damn it, I don't remember the name of it. It's the other Vanguard item that I never build because it's just awful in the current state of Dota as I know it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Crimson Guard. When it actives, it gives you like base damage. I'm wondering if this is going to build into Crimson Guard, and then Crimson Guard is just going to be worked into physical.
It seems like it would.
Yeah, just because of that. Range 1,000, duration 8 seconds. That's a big cast range too. Jesus. Phylactery. 200 health, 200 mana, plus 7 all attribute. Okay, that has to be built from Diadem. Empower spell. The next unit target spell you cast on an enemy deals a separate 125 bonus damage to the target and slows them by 50% for 1.2 seconds. That's really neat. I don't know how good it is.
It feels like they copped out halfway through like dropping all of the stuns, and we're like, oh, we'll just let you slow people instead of stunning them.
I think that's better for the game to an extent, because it at
Well,
least...
no, it's more fun, but it's like a direct replacement.
I get
is what
it.
it feels like.
Oh, Harpoon, Echo Strike. So this is just an upgrade to Echo Saber. Okay. Attack speed, damage, 15 attack speed, 15 damage, 20 strength, 10 agility, 16 and 2 mana. What the F is the other item? What? I'm curious what the other item is. Draw a fourth. When targeting an enemy, fire a harpoon at them that pulls you and the target closer together up to 35% of the distance between you and your target. If the caster is melee, the hero and target are always pulled to within melee distance of each other. And then,
Oh my god.
And then Echo Strike causes melee attacks to attack twice in quick succession. The double attack apply 100% movement slow for 1 second on each strike. So this is basically an Echo Saber upgrade. I'm really wondering what the other item is for this. I don't know what it would be off of this.
Oh shit! I just imagined this on Legion.
Yeah, no, this is good for Legion.
That's scary.
No, this is just good for a lot of like melee right click. Like this is great for like Sven, Chaos Knight, anything that doesn't have a gap close. This is great on.
No, I know, but just in general, Legion's biggest issue is, hey, I have to get there to duel. But now it's like, hey, you come over here, and then I'll duel you.
No, you just build Blink. This is 4,500. What? You would just build Blink or Shadowblade. This is like way too much money to start doing anything.
Yeah, but if you blink onto someone, I don't know, it allows you to pull people out of their groups.
Yeah.
So if it's a 5 stack, and then you can just snag
how much
them.
of a range this is, if anything. But anyway, Disperser. 20 agility, 10 intelligence, 45 damage. So this has to be built with the that one sword that's just 2,400 gold and gives you just 40-ish damage, if I remember. Okay, active Suppress. If targeting an enemy, slows it for 4 seconds. Both movement speed reduction and increase start at 100% and gradually decrease to 0 over the course of the buff duration. If targeting an ally, applies a basic dispel and increases their movement speed by 100%, it makes them unslowable for 4 seconds. The movement speed buff is decreased to 0 over the course of the buff duration. Okay. Alright. That's weird. Mana Break. Oh my god, it's a freaking upgrade to... Oh my god. That actually makes sense. God. Each Mana Break, each attack burns 40 mana from the target and deals 1 physical damage. Burns 8 from melee and 8 from ranged. What? I guess they were different.
Fuck you, yell.
This is just better PL item. What do you mean? Like, the Fusel Blade now has...
Well, fuck you, PL, if you get this instead.
No, this builds into the Fusel Blade. I mean,
Builds
from the Fusel
into the
Blade.
Fusel Blade?
No, it's built from the Fusel Blade. So it's like, the Fusel Blade now has a late game, like, thing. God damn. But even then, it's like a nice support item, too. Supporting quotations. Like, god damn. Alright, new neutral items. We're tossing 7 all-new neutral items into the mix and bringing back some old favorites. Duelist Gloves, Tier 1, plus 10 damage. Boldness passive grants 15 attack speed as long as there are enemy heroes within 900 units. This one is really meh to me. I don't know. Like, it's for fighting, obviously. I don't know, like, what position you'd ever want this on outside of, like, a ganking hero, which I guess is what it's for. Because of just, like, they have to be enemy heroes.
Yeah.
Mama, what's your favorite? I don't know.
Favorite what?
Okay, just from the items here, I really like Harpoon, because I'm really wondering how the draw fourth is going to work. From neutral items, I don't know yet. Spark of Courage provides 10 damage when the hero is above 50% and 5 armor when they're below that threshold. That is honestly kind of decent for Centaur, I think. Gossamer Cape, plus 20 movement speed, passive 6 sense. Automatically dodge an attack from an enemy hero. That's so stupid. Oh, that's so dumb. Defiant Shell, plus 5 armor, plus 7 all attributes. Passive, reciprocity. I don't know. When attacked, the hero counterattacks the target within their attack range, 5-second cooldown. That is really nice for, like, anybody with lifesteal. I think. That's like a Legion. Vindicator's Axe, bonus attack speed 25. Why is this set up differently? It's kind of dumb. Vengeance passive provides 30 damage if equipped hero is silenced and 15 armor if equipped hero is stunned. So, this is a really fun item, just simply because Mask of Madness silences the hero. So, so this just essentially gives you free 30 damage with a Mask of Madness, but obviously by the time tier 3s, I feel like you're not going to use that. Dandelion Amulet, bonus move speed 25, bonus mana 300, passive, magical damage block. Every 12 seconds blocks up to 300 magic damage from damage instances over 75 damage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot, but this one is weird.
Martyr's Plate is my favorite, I think.
20 magic resist, Martyrdom. Redirect 20% of all damage dealt to your allied heroes within 900 radius towards you for 8 seconds. This is a great item for something like Primal Beast or just Centaur or whatever. This isn't even great for Axe. This is so good on heroes that build Blade Mail. Because if you know the enemy has a Blade Mail, you're not going to hit them. Or try not to hit them. And you're going to hit everybody else. But even
I'm
Primal
curious.
Beast, it's like... Why hit the Primal Beast? Hit everybody else. Because then he doesn't activate his thing. Go ahead.
I'm curious if the damage from Martyr's Plate will proc Axe's spin.
I don't think it does. I think they
because
have to
that would be
Axe.
fucking stupid.
It would be stupid. I don't think it's gonna, just simply because of that. Alright, matchmaking. I'm curious on this. Let's be honest, there are...
Here, I want to read it. Let me read it.
Fine. Here.
Let's be honest. There are 8 billion people on the planet, and 99.99% of them are terrible at Dota.
Hi.
This means matchmaking can be a challenge, especially if you're good at Dota and like playing with people who are almost but hopefully not quite as good at Dota as you are.
Hi.
We've done a bunch of work and a bunch of math to improve the quality of our matchmaking across the board for players of all skill levels.
It's Lena with her terrible 8,000-year-old Arcana. Anyway. Matchmaking with
That's
confidence.
an Arcana?
That's her Arcana.
I would pay $35 for that. That looks like shit.
Mind you, this was like 10 years ago, and this was like her beta model, if I remember.
They should fix that.
Is that what game looks... No. Shut up, Timmer. Matchmaking with confidence... They're not going to do that. It doesn't make money. Matchmaking rating, MMR, is really just made of 2 numbers. Rank and rank confidence. Your rank is an estimate of your skill, and your rank confidence is our confidence in that estimate. When you play a match, we adjust your rank based on whether you win or lose. Your rank confidence also goes up because now we have more data. Undesired clumping, the worst kind. Dota has traditionally used a modified version of the ELO algorithm to implement rank and rank confidence changes, but over time we've noticed a few problems with our approach. For one example, the distribution of MMRs has gradually shifted lower, causing an undesired clumping in the 0 to 1000 MMR range. Another problem was that players who took a break and returned were having a hard time getting back to an accurate MMR because their previous skill level was no longer representative. New and improved. To address this, we're switching to a different algorithm called Glicko. What the F kind of word? I want you to say that. Glicko. I guess it's Glicko. That's so weird. I don't like that word. God. Where'd you go? Oh. Just rethrow the board match. Oh, he went to the bathroom. Glicko. Oh, I'm not saying that anymore. Quickly and accurately get matched with other players at a similar skill level. On the math side, it lets us better factor a player's rank confidence into our calculations, resulting in more accurate decisions about rank gains and losses. The switch to our new matchmaking system will feel a little like the start of a new matchmaking season. All players will be placed back into a short calibration mode, initially seeded by their previous rank. 1/12 progress. Timmer, don't say that. It's been almost an hour. Don't hurt me like this. Calibration is no longer a fixed number of matches. Instead, a player is considered calibrated whenever their rank confidence is above a certain threshold. Upon calibration, it is likely that you will end up with a different medal than you had before. However, even if your medal changes significantly, you should expect to be matched with players of a similar skill level. Matches will no longer have a fixed MMR gain-loss. It will be variable based on a number of factors, including the ranks and rank confidence of the participants. However, we will cap the gain-loss per match to prevent particularly negative outcomes. A player's rank confidence will slowly lower over time if the player does not play matches. We've been running both matchmaking systems simultaneously behind the scenes for a while now to help us build confidence in these changes. We understand that accurate MMRs only one of many factors that impact match quality, and like all changes in this space, we're interested in hearing feedback. I like this in general because it's basically, we know there's really bad games where it's like one way or another. Now they'll be hopefully more balanced. Immortal matchmaking. An immortal rank, knowing the other players, gelling with them, and choosing a nice balance of roles is more important than just MMR. So we've redesigned matchmaking at the immortal level to account for that. Matches in the immortal ranks won't use pre-made teams anymore. Instead, 2 captains will get to draft the other 8 players onto each team. What? Making your team more impactful than if you just relied on MMR to assign lineups. So if your match sucks now, you've got no one to blame but yourselves, immortal. Okay, say this word. The GLICKO.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah. This is so weird.
So it's 10 people are in a game, and then
it's basically
2 people
captain's
pick from
mode.
Everyone.
This is captain's mode in such a stupid way.
But you pick the people.
I know. This is so dumb.
You know what? No, that's really cool, actually.
It's cool, but also it hurts my brain. Thank God we're never at that level. User interface. Blurry vision.
I'm at that level.
And shooting pains down your arm. Our advice is ignore it. That's just your body's way of saying it's hungry. Got a flat tire? Drive on the rim. It's still round. The point is, pretty much everything in life can be safely ignored without consequence. Except Dota health bars. That stuff is important, which is why a bunch of health-related UI info is getting a massive upgrade. Okay, we're gonna start right to left, because I hate people. Health cost. While most abilities in Dota consume mana, some consume health. Now those abilities actually display a health cost of casting them. Not bad, huh? Actually, kind of crazy. Nobody thought to put it there before. Anyway, it's there now. I think this is only Phoenix, and like that new item, and that's it. I'm pretty sure.
It's still nice.
No, it is. No, wait, no. Actually, wait. It might affect Centaur? I don't know. I don't know. No, it doesn't have a health cost. It just costs nothing. Anyway, never mind. Health bar pips. Some units don't have traditional health pools and require a specific number of attacks to destroy them. Now, instead of the usual guesswork or some genius level counting in your head, you can just look at the unit you want to murder. It'll show handy little pips that represent the number of hits it can take before it shuffles off this mortal coil. Quote from Hamlet's health bar. So obviously it affects wards. My issue is it going to affect undying zombies? Because those take 1 hit. Do you know what I mean?
But they always take 1 hit, or they're just so shit with health that they take
They take 1 hit from heroes. Period.
Because this also affects Shaman's Wolves.
Yeah, but those take, like, what, 2 hits? Where it's fine? My issue is just 80,000, like, zombies having health bars on the field. I'm really curious how this is going to be. Also, Medusa is essentially a hard counter to Undying in a very stupid way because she doesn't have strength he can steal.
Good.
No, that's worse. That means he's got less to steal. And you like Undying.
Fuck you, Undying.
Health bar barriers.
Maybe go fucking die.
Did you know Dota has shields? Magic shields, physical shields, apothic shields, all sorts of shields. Maybe you missed them, or mostly ignored them, because there was no way to know how much shield you started with or how much you had left. But that dark age of uncertainty ends today. Now you can see everything, or at least both of those 2 things. You can even see which type of shield it is. To celebrate how much better all those old shields are with this visual upgrade, we've added a bunch of new abilities to feature them. We've also renamed them from shields to barriers, so you don't get confused thinking there's a Vanguard on your health bar. You're welcome. I'm going to dictate this right now. Every single person that has some form of colorblindness hates this image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why they have colorblind modes.
I hope so. Alright, balance changes. Here we go. I'm going to try to get through to at least items, and then heroes are going to be tomorrow. Alright. Balance changes.
Goodbye.
Are you done?
Yeah, I don't like reading through all, like, the specific patch notes.
Alright, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. He's a filthy coward. Filthy, filthy coward. Alright. That's a huge list of stuff up there. The only thing that could probably make it better is 2 huge lists of stuff, but where are we going to find... Oh, hey, look at this! Read on for all the other balance changes the update has in store, or just jump right into the game and play. Believe us, we don't need you to tell how much fun reading technical manuals about video games is, but man, playing them is a pretty close second. This list will still be here when you get back. Alright, general updates. Map reworked, expanded all 4 edges of the map, added new paths and objectives, added twin gates, 2 portals in the corners of the map. Any player can use a twin gate to teleport to the other side after channeling for 3 seconds. Remove Roshan Pit from the river. This and this thing. Okay. I'm going to talk about this. The game was heavily, like, win-loss based on how well a person could control Roshan on the map. So this is really important, honestly, that this happened. Because now it's hopefully going to be a bit more balanced. Added 2 Roshan pits to the corners of the map. As the day turns to night and vice versa, Roshan uses the twin gates to teleport to the other pit. He stays on the radiant side during the day and at Dire during the night. While going to the new location, Roshan has 200 bonus move speed, phase movement, and a 200 magic debuff immunity piercing knockback. Okay. Roshan's current pit is highlighted on the minimap. Roshan no longer drops Aghanim Shard on the second death. Roshan now drops Chi starting on the second death. On the third death onwards, Roshan now drops Og Scepter when killed on the Radiant and a Refresher Shard when killed on the Dire. Health increase per minute increased from 115 to 130. Base armor increased from 20 to 30. This is a lot, but I get why they did this. Honestly. Added 2 Tormentor mini-bosses behind the offline areas. They spawn at 20 minutes. Tormentor has 1 health, 20 armor, 55% magic resist, and a 2500 damage barrier which regenerates at 100 health a second. 250 gold bounty. They get bounty. Oh, that's important. Tormentors don't attack or move, but they reflect 70% of damage received evenly among all heroes within 1200 radius. All reflected damage is dealt as magical, deals double to illusions. Destroying a Tormentor grants an Aghanim Shard buff to one of the 2 lowest net worth allied heroes that still do not have the shard when it dies. Oh. If all heroes have a shard, then destroying the Tormentor gives 280 gold and XP to each hero. Tormentors respawn in 10 minutes after their defeat, each time increasing their barrier regen by 100 health a second and damage reflection by 20%. Jesus Christ. Doesn't that mean you can really only fight them twice? Because it goes 70, 90, 110. Jesus. Added 2 new alternate exit paths on the base near the offlane tier 3 towers. These paths connect with the area where the Tormentor spawns. These entrance exits can only be used by the team of the base they are in. Power runes no longer repeat until all different runes have spawned. The first rune of the next cycle is always different from the last rune of the previous cycle. Add a new power rune, Shield Rune. Grants a barrier equal to 50% of the user's max health lasts 75 seconds. That's a long time, actually. Jesus. Added a new special Wisdom Rune. It appears in 2 new spots to the edges of the map on the offlane near the tier 2 towers. They spawn at 7 and every 7 minutes after, and they grant 280 XP for each 7 minutes elapsed to the hero that grabs it. Okay, so it's not available from the get-go, so the first 7 minutes are still going to be, like, the most impacting. But after that, it's like... It's not bad, but... Outposts no longer grant XP. Added 2 more outposts to the edges of the map on the safe lane towers near tier 1 towers and twin gates. Outposts no longer provide vision or true sight around them. What? So it's just a TP now. That's kind of dumb. Added 8 watchers to the map. Inactive watchers can be right-clicked to any hero and channeled for 1.5 seconds in order to turn them on. When on, watcher grants 800 radius vision over its area for 7 minutes, after which it deactivates and becomes neutral again. A hero from the opposing team can channel an active watcher from 1.5 to destroy it. Watchers respawn 2 minutes after being destroyed. Okay, watchers are located in the center of each main jungle, next to each Roshan pit, in the center of each triangle near the secret shop, and by each Tormentor. This is really nice, because now there's just neutral wards. It definitely is designed to make the supporting roles more active, which I think is a good thing. Okay. Lotus pools. Added 2 lotus pools on the edges of the map near the river. Every 3 minutes, each lotus pool spawns 1 healing lotus, up to a total of 6 available at a time. Did I go diff or did it end? Yeah, it's really just quiet. I'm gonna up it more. I think it did end, but I'm gonna just put it up to 30 now. Alright, every 3 minutes, 1 healing, up to 6 available. Lotus pools can be channeled to grant 1 healing lotus per second. Healing lotus is a stackable consumable that replenishes 125 health and mana on use. Lotus has 5-second cooldown. 3 healing lotus are combined into a great healing lotus, which restores 400 health and mana. 2 great healing lotus are combined into a greater, which restores 900 health and mana. Both teams have a vision of both lotus pools content. Okay, good to know. Oh god, what? Added 12 new neutral camps on the extended rim of the map. Most of them are bound to 4 new named areas. The well, the graveyard, the statue, and the mines. Any unit receives a special buff while staying there. The well, 2 hard and 1 medium neutral camp located below the Radiant safe lane under tier 2 tower. Units are granted well wishes, plus 1.5 mana regen. The mines, 2 hard and 1 medium, located above Dire safe lane under tier 2 tower units. Granted, mighty mines buff plus 4 health regen. Doesn't this mean that Dire's safe lane is now worse? What? This is the worst one, just because of the health regen. How do you deal with this early game? Statue, 1 ancient neutral camp located on the left from Radiant offlane between tier 1 and 2 towers. Units are granted the Stalwart Statue plus 2 armor. Graveyard, 1 ancient neutral camp located on the right from Dire offlane between tier 1 and 2. Granted Graveyard Glyphs buff plus 5 attack damage. Remaining 4 camps are easy and medium camps near new outposts and twin gates. They don't belong to any named areas. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. He is here. Alright. Universal Heroes. Added a new type of attribute. Heroes. Universal. Universal Heroes don't have a primary attribute, but get a 0.6 damage per point of each attribute. Captain's Draft now selects 7 random heroes from each attribute. Total increased from 27 to 28. Single Draft now offers 4 heroes, 1 per attribute. List of Universal. Abaddon. Okay. Bane. This makes complete sense. He's always had consistent. Batrider. It's kind of neat. Beastmaster. Brewmaster. Brewmaster kind of makes sense. Broodmother. Chen. Alright. Darkseer, Clockwork, Dark Willow, Dazzle, Enigma, Io, makes sense. Lone Druid, kinda makes sense. Lycan, Marcy, kinda makes sense. Magnus, Mirana, Nyx Assassin, Pangolier, Phoenix, kinda makes sense. Sand King, okay. Snapfire, Techies, alright. Timbersaw, Vengeful Spirit, Venomancer, Visage, Void Spirit, Wind Ranger, Winter Wyvern. Okay. Some of these kind of make a lot of sense. Like, Bane has always had consistent stats across his time of Dota, so that just makes sense for him. Brewmaster has his Brewling, so that kind of works. A lot of these were, I should say, just weird spot heroes. Like, Lone Druid was an agility hero, but he was built on the bear. Nyx Assassin, Mirana, both Agi heroes. Magnus, like, the ones that were Agi heroes make sense because they were never, like, proper carries. Like, Wind Ranger makes a lot of sense because she was just an odd spot for an int hero. Alright, Disables Reduction. Duration of the majority of disables is reduced. Specifics can be found in corresponding hero and item categories. Debuff Immunity. Spell Immunity reworked into Debuff Immunity. Debuff Immunity is different in 3 major ways. The spell application, debuff protection, and damage reduction. This is just going to be a lot of reading. I'm probably not going to be able to go through all this. Okay. Spell application. All spells can now be used on units with debuff immunity, even ones that don't pierce debuff immunity. Corresponding visual effects will appear and the spell will apply all of its debuffs on target. Debuff protection. Negative effects that don't pierce debuff immunity will not have an effect on the target for the duration of the immunity. However, if the debuff immunity expires before the debuff that doesn't pierce it, then it will take effect for the remaining duration. Negative effects that pierce debuff immunity take effect immediately. Oh god. Damage reduction. Debuff immunity increases magic resistance and negates pure and reflected damage completely. These effects protect only against spells that don't pierce the debuff immunity. Physical damage is not reduced in any case. Here's the list of magic resistance for all abilities that previously gave spell immunity. Brewmaster's Earth Brewling, Clockwork Talent, Dawnbreaker Shard, Elder Titan Scepter, Huskar Lifebreak, Legion Commander Talent, Lion Shard, Marcy Talent, Pangolier, Rolling Thunder, and Roll Up all grant 50% magic resistance. Juggernaut, Blade Fury, and Lifestealer Rage grant 80% magic resistance. Grimstroke's Dark Portrait Illusion has 95. These mostly affect the BKB, so let's summarize with a couple of examples. Oh. Avatar applies a basic dispel and provides debuff immunity. Grants 50% magic resistance and immunity to pure and reflected damage for the duration. Any negative effect on the user has no effect. Lasts 9 to 6 seconds. I'm going to stop reading this really quick. This is huge. They no longer have, like, spell immunity, and now it's not a get out of jail free card, which is a nerf to both of them, essentially. So I'm wondering if it's going to get made later. All spells that pierce debuff immunity will have effect and deal their damage while ignoring the magic resistance granted by BKB. If Avatar expires before the debuff, then it will take effect for the remaining duration. Okay. I'm going to read 3 of these. BKB active. Jakiro casts Dual Breath. Magical doesn't pierce immunity on you. You won't be slowed, but you will still take damage. It will be reduced by your magic resistance, which is increased by BKB. Okay. Okay. Got it. So you'll still take damage. BKB active. Beastmaster casts Primal Roar. Magical Pierces immunity on you. You will be stunned and you will take damage. It will be reduced by your magic resistance, but additional magic resistance from BKB will be ignored. Oh. Okay. BKB active. Silencer cast attacks you with Glaives of Wisdom. Pure doesn't pierce debuff. You won't take any pure damage. Oh. Okay. I'm going to keep reading these. BKB, Bane casts Fiend's Grip. Pure pierces. You will be stunned and will take 100% of pure damage. BKB is active but it expires in 1 second. Someone used Orchid Malevolence. Doesn't pierce immunity. You won't be silenced for that 1 second, but you will be silenced as soon as Avatar expires. Okay. Your BKB is active and you're using TP. Vengeful casts Magic and Missile. Magic doesn't pierce. You won't be stunned or interrupted, but will still take damage. It will be reduced by your magic resistance, which is increased by BKB. This hurts my brain! Oh. Alright, I'm gonna explain this to Llama. There's more examples, but still. Oh my god. Jeez. Alright. Changed gold bounty for lane creeps. Melee creep gold bounty increase per upgrade, decrease from 1 to 0. Super melee decreased from 1.5 to 0. Range creep gold bounty increase per upgrade, decrease from 6 to 3. Super range to 6 to 3. So it's a really big deal of just effing stop farming the lanes after a point. Mom already knows because he's played the game. Reworked gold assist formula. Old. 30 plus victim net worth times 0.038 divided by number of heroes. Now it's 10 plus 50 plus victim net worth times 0.037 divided by number of heroes. Okay. Alright. All units now gain 15 move speed during the night. Effect is doubled for heroes, but it can be broken for 5 seconds upon attacking. You're taking damage from player-controlled sources, similar to Tranquil Boots. What the F kind of change is this? Like, why do... Like, you have to understand in the sense of, like, Luna, who makes it nighttime with her ult. She now just has a secondary buff. Like, she just gives everybody 15 move speed, technically 30. This makes Night Stalker better. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's so weird. Base hero health decreased from 200 to 120, which means Medusa is super crippled. Health per point of strength increased from 20 to 22. I get why they did this, because everyone was really healthy. This is going to take 40 strength to compensate. Okay, 40 strength to compensate this nerf. It's really big. But intelligence now grants 0.1% base magic resist per point. So for every 10 int, you have 1% extra magic resist. That's how that works. Damage immunity is now calculated before any damage reduction or barriers. Apothic shield won't be consumed if the hero is damage immune. Also, this means that Silencer, against a casting lineup, if he has enough int, he just wins the game. Because how can they damage him? Magic barriers are now calculated after magic resistance reductions. They weren't before? Hello? What? That's stupid. That is so dumb. God, that item was garbage. Alright, the HUD has been updated to display current barrier values above the health bar when one or more are active. Added support for damage barriers to be shown on the health bar for the following items and abilities. 5 of Insight Barrier, Pavis Protect, Abaddon, Apothic Shield, Ember Spirit, Flame Guard, Tinker Defense Matrix, Void Spirit, Resonant Pulse. Okay. Added special health bars to display hero attacks needed to destroy for the following entities. Both wards, Clink's Archers, Clock Cogs, Grim Phantoms, Juggernaut Ward, Keepers, Ignis Fatus, Lich Icespire, Phoenix Sun, Pugna Ward, Shaman Serpent Wards, Undying Tombstone, but not the zombies. Doesn't say zombies, because they only take one. Swarm Bug, Zeus Nimbus. Okay. The HUD now shows attack speed and magic resistance stats in the portrait area at all times. Okay. Multiple negative effects of the same type from 2 different abilities will now show as separate debuffs in every instance. If you are Clockwork and use stun with Hookshot and Battery Assault, 2 separate debuffs will show. Oh. Health cost is now shown in the HUD similarly to mana cost. Mana cost reduction effects now only apply to mana cost. Previously, effects that replaced mana cost with a health cost would still benefit from mana cost. Oh. Okay. Target dummy no longer has intelligence. Poor dummy. Alright. All neutral creeps now have 4 levels of certain abilities. Oh. Abilities are upgraded to level 2 at minute 15, level 3 at minute 30. Chen's Aghanim Shard increases the level of the following abilities by 1, allowing them to reach level 4. Oh. Okay. Gold Aura increased from 20 to 20 to 40. Cobalt Foreman Speed Aura increased from 12 to 12 to 24. Wow, it just doubles with Chen. Jesus. So it's basically a 50% increase. And then Chen just will allow it to double. Alright. Cobalt Soldier Steel Weapon duration increased from 3 to 3 to 5. Vul Envenom Weapon damage per second increased from 0 to 0 to 80. Ew. Envenom health regen reduction increased from 75 to 75 to 90. Berserker break cooldown decreased from 10 to 6. Hill Troll Priest heal cooldown decreased from 10 to 6. Cast range increased from 350 to 450. Alright, I'm so curious with this one. Fell Spirit Vex projectile speed increased from 500 to 500 to 800. Vex cooldown decreased from 15 to 7. Ghost Frost attack move slow to increase from 25 to 25 to 37. Attack slow the same. Alright, it's not that bad. That's barely anything. I'm actually sad it's only 3s. Man. Takeoff move speed penalty decreased from 50 to 50 to 10. Wow, okay. Chen sometimes just gets really big ones. Like here. That's a 4-second cooldown. Okay, this is just meta-finning Chen. Chen players are rejoicing. Chain Lightning initial damage increased from 140 to 260. Chain Lightning jump damage loss decreased from 25 to 25 to 10. I know I'm, like, being super inconsistent with these, but... Ogre Smash base damage increased from 200 to 400. Smash radius increased from 200 to 230. It's barely anything. Stun duration decreased from 3 to 2.4 seconds. Ice armor bonus increased from 5 to 9. Ice armor move slow increased from 25 to 37, and then same with that. Okay. Alpha Wolf critical strike, critical damage increased from 200 to 300. Giant Wolf intimidate radius increased from 300 to 500. Alright. That's big crit, honestly. Like, it's big crit. Big meaty crit. Mud Golem. Shard split number increased from 2 to 3. Oh my god. Shard split health increased from 250 to 370. Shard damage increased from 12 to 28. Hurl Boulder stun duration decreased to 0.5, and then same for Shard Golem. This is actually really big, just because it's another one. Like, it's really big, because it means more farming, basically. Centaur Conqueror, War Stomp damage increased from 25 to 150. Jesus Christ! Ched players rejoice! That's huge, but it's damage, and not radius, and I'm sad. War Stomp duration decreased from 2 to 1.6. Courser, magic resistance for heroes increased from 15 to 23, and then creeps are 30 to 46. God damn. Dark Troll Summoner. Raised Dead Skeleton health increased from 250 to 375. Skeleton damage increased from 12 to 21. Now only cast Raised Dead when below half health. Okay. This is like a technical issue because he would just cast it whenever. And when you were like trying to stack and it would just tilt everybody. So I'm thankful they did that. Hill Troll and Snare cast range increased from 550 to 825. Alright, Hellbear Smasher. Thunderclap cooldown decreased from 12 to 9. Damage increased from 150 to 350. Death Throw on Hellbear. Typing.mp3, yeah. Rush attack speed increased from 15 to 27. What? I know it wasn't a lot, but still. Unholy Aura health regen rescaled from 5 to 3 to 11. Okay. It's weaker. Guess to comp for the +4 on the dire side. It sucks to be a dire carry. Satyr Mindstealer. Mana burn, base mana burn increased from 20 to 35. Intelligence as mana burn multiplier increased from 200 to 400. Holy Jesus Christ. Even just this is big. God damn. Purge. Satyr Banisher Purge cast range increased from 350 to 550. God damn, Chen players. I mean, it's still 100, but no, it's still 100. Purge mana cost decreased from 120 to 100. Okay. That's actually really nice. Wild Wing Ripper Hurricane cast range increased from 400 to 750. Hurricane cooldown decreased from 30 to 22. Wild Wing Tornado move speed increased from 125 to 185. Oh my god. That's actually big. Cooldown decreased from 40 to 26 seconds. This is actually a really big one. I don't know how much it's going to really do, but... Seed Shot bounces increased from 4 to 12. Chen players rejoicing. Bunch of nuts. Ancient Black Dragon with his terrible teeth. That was me. That's still me. Fireball duration rescaled from 10 to 8 to 12 seconds. Okay. Magic Amp Aura increased from 5 to 9%. Ancient Ice Shard Shaman. Ice Fire Bomb cast range increased from 700 to 800. Mana cost decreased from 100 to 80. Ancient Frostbitten Golem. Time Warp Aura cooldown reduction increased from 10 to 14. Ancient Granite bonus health percentage from 15 to 21%. Ancient Rock Golem. Armor reduction increased from 2 to 5. Thunderhide Slam Hero duration increased from 2 to 3. Rumblehide War Drums Aura accuracy increased from 40 to 51. God damn. Alright, now we're at items. I have 45 minutes. I should be good. New basic consumable. Oh, it is consume. 120-second restock time. Ew. Alright, active. Sorry. New basic consumable. Blood Grenade. 65 cost, plus 50 health. Throw Grenade. Throws a grenade at the target area. Enemies will take 50 damage on impact, be slowed by 15%, and take 15 damage per second. 5-second duration, 300 cast rate. We already read most of this. Active effects don't stack. Max stock of 3. This is really interesting to me, because I'm really wondering how this is going to go, like, in general. Oh, this is a basic secret shop item, the Cornucopia. Okay. Right, well, we read those. Pavis requires Voidstone, Ring of Protection, Fluffy Hat, Recipe, total cost 1400. This is a great item on frickin' Centaur. God damn. And then we read all of this because it was up there. We read this, it was up there. We read this, it was up there. Oh, wait. Echo Saber Diadem. Yeah, I know, I figured that. Oh, this is Demon. Okay, it was Demon Edge. I thought it was. I forgot what the name was, but I thought so because it looks like it. This is Diadem and 1,000 recipe. Jesus. Cast range 700. God damn. That's huge. God damn. That's so big. Like, enemy creeps are killed after the pull. This is so huge. It really is. Like, 700 cast range is insane. This was teased, like, leaked before, but I didn't think it would be proper massive range. Like, this is huge. This is gonna be meta, full stop, I think. It really is. Alright, Phylactery. Diadem Point Booster Recipe. Oh. Okay. Passive effect doesn't proc on spells that don't give magic stick charges, such as Hand of Midas, and doesn't stack from multiple sources. Passive is applied when the spell connects with its target. Okay. Enchanted Mago. Now has an initial and max stock of 4 and a restock time of 120. Oh, god. What do you mean Tome is from... No, wait. No, there's the goose. Okay, no, that one makes sense. God damn, that's insane. God. This affects the entire game now. Good lord. Oh my god. I don't know if this is like per team or per player, but holy Christ. Yeah. Like, this Tome of Knowledge thing is kind of... How badly? So, if it's, say, per the team, which I really don't think it is, because I don't think Ice Frog is that insane. It's basically, you can buy 4 at the start instead of, like, 6 or 9 or whatever, and have a crap ton of regen and free mana instances. Clarity, same. Salve, same. Tango, the same. It's like... There's also restocks, meaning you cannot just have regen keep coming to you in, say, a bad lane. Now it's, the lane is lost... full stop, or you gotta really build regen in lane. I think this is gonna affect the game a lot. I know I said that with the stun. I think I just changed it to this. But I don't know how this works in a competitive environment. I don't know if it is shared. I'm assuming it is. But that's insane. God, alright. Dust of Appearance, Reveal, Rework. Now creates an area that reveals and slows invis units by 20% in a 1050 radius where the caster was standing. Revealed, take 25 damage. The area lasts 12 seconds. Debuff lingers on enemy heroes for 8 additional seconds after they leave. Oh, God. That's going to be annoying. Sentry Ward. Max stock decreased from 10 to 8. Restock increased from 70 to 80. Smoke. Allies affected by smoke can't use smoke to seat themselves for 2 seconds after application. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, thank God for that. Ring of Health cost reduction! Oh my god! Cost decreased from 825 to 700. Health regen bonus decreased, though, but... Yeah, Voidstone, the same thing. Oh. Oh, thank God. Okay, at least it's not 1,000, but... Okay. These are big, too, because of the costs getting nerfed. I kind of get why, but... I mean, Perseverance is now $250 cheaper. Cloak is more expensive, but it's more to compensate. Hood of Defiance removed from the game. Oh. Now requires 800 Cloak, Ogre Axe, Ring of Health recipe. Now provides magic resistance, strength, and health regen. No longer has an active. Passively converts 25% of incoming magic or pure damage to mana. That's how you nerf it. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Magic resistance and passive effect don't stack for multiple eternal shots. This is just a centaur item right here. Oh my god. You never have to worry about... Oh my god. Jesus. It is storming really bad. I hope I can get through items beforehand. Pipe of Insight now requires Cloak, Ring of Health, Headdress, Recipe. Total cost decreased from 34.75 to 33.75. Magic resistance bonus decreased from 30 to 25. Why did they nerf it? Barrier now stacks additively with other sources of magic barriers. Does not stack with self. That just feels like a nerf. I'd still go for Shroud. Honestly. God. I'm really wondering how Centaur's gonna go. Skull Basher got nerfed, obviously. Abyssal Blade cost increased. 1550 to 1675. Aetherland Bash got nerfed as well. Overwhelm Stun got reduced. Makes sense. These are like 20% roughly, so it just kind of makes sense. Aether Lens recipe cost increased from 650 to 775. Total cost unchanged. Blink Dagger. Taking damage from Roshan or enemy heroes now mutes the item for 3 seconds instead of setting it for 3 seconds. Oh, that's a Tinker nerf, basically. Oh my god. That nerfs Tinker. I'm pretty sure. It depends on if it gets refreshed still. Good lord, I think that's just a Tinker nerf. Alright, Arcane Blink. No longer provides mana cost and cast time reductions or debuff amplification. Blink cooldown decreased from 15 to 7 seconds. Oh. Arcane Blink range increased from 1200 to 1400. Taking damage from Roshan or enemy heroes now mutes the item for 3 seconds instead. Okay, I don't have to read it for these. So, okay. This is you're doing damage and you're slowing enemies. This is you get attack speed, move speed, and phased movement, which means you go through entities. This is hyper blinking and hyper mobility. Oh my god, that is... I don't know if that... Like, okay, I like it. I don't know how much I like it. Like, all I'm really curious about with this, the muting, is how it affects Tinker. When I'm gonna test this tomorrow, because I'm not gonna have time tonight, especially because of the storm. But I'm really curious. Battle Fury recipe changed. Now requires Broadsword, Claymore, Quelling Blade, Cornucopia recipe. Okay. You could do it today. I don't know. I still want to at least be like a third of the way through. If I can get to heroes before this, I'll slap into like Abaddon or something and test it. But I'm gonna quickly check Tinker. But yeah, okay. Avatar reworked applies a basic. The spell provides debuff immunity for the duration. Any negative effect on a user won't affect them. Magic resistance increased by 50%, and they're immune to pure and reflected damage. These only affect spells that don't pierce debuff immunity. If Avatar expires before the debuff, then it will take effect for the remaining duration. Blade Mail, damage bonus decreased from 28 to 20. Armor bonus increased from 6 to 7. That's kind of fine. You really build it for, like, the active effect. Orchid, recipe change. Now requires Blitz Knuckle, Staff of Wizardry, Cornucopia, recipe. Cost 34.75. Now provides 6 health regen and plus 12 intelligence. Damage bonus decreased from 30 to 10. Mana regen bonus decreased from 3 to 2.5. Okay. This one I like because... it's just a nice item in general. It means this gives health regen now. Bloodthorn recipe cost decreased from 925 to 825. Total cost unchanged. Why is that? Intelligence bonus decreased from 20 to plus 32. Damage decreased from plus 50 to plus 35. Soulrend no longer causes attacks on its target to have a 100% chance to crit. Still provides True Strike. Oh. Additional damage dealt to the target of Soulrend increased from 30 to 60. Okay, I get it now. That's still really good. Vanguard, total cost decreased from 1825 to 1700. Health regen, okay, that's just because of Ring of Health nerf. Crimson Guard, recipe cost increased from 800 to 925. Total unchanged. Guard block damage rescaled from 75 to 70 plus 60% of caster strength. Guard duration increased from 12 to 8. I don't know if that's still good. Honestly. Like, this is nice, but this is a massive nerf. I don't know how good that is. Oh, that's big. That's big. That's big. Okay. Dagon, recipe changed. Now requires Diadem, Voodoo Mask, recipe. Total cost rescaled from 2700 to 7700 to 2850 to 7450. Oh, okay. So, more expensive base, but it's cheaper late. With slightly cheaper upgrades as it goes. Okay. Plus 7 to 15 int replaced with plus 7 to 15 all attributes. These are based on the level. Now also provides plus 11 to 15% spell lifesteal. Energy burst now spell lifesteal 75% of damage done. Energy burst now instantly kills non-ancient creeps. This is really big change. It's just really fun too. I'm really curious to see if this is going to be meta. Like, that's just really fun. Because I think it's like 800 damage at most, so it'll heal you essentially for like at least 600. Actually, no, wait. Because now there's scaling resistance. Oh. Ew. I get why they added this now. Ugh. Dragon Lance, strength bonus decreased from 12 to 10. Ouch, ouf, my bones. Blade, Ether Blast will use 60% of the total sum of the target's attributes as their primary attribute when targeting universal heroes. Oh, okay. I was a bit stupid and I figured it out. Okay, that makes sense. Yule Scepter, recipe cost increased from 650 to 775 because the mana total cost didn't change because of the gem change. Windraker, Cyclone cooldown decreased from 18 to 13 seconds. Movement speed bonus decreased from 50 to 30 mana regen. Okay. This is big. These compensate. This is still a good item. Honestly. Gleipnir, Eternal Change Radius decreased from 400 to 375. Tiny nerf because it's just really good. Mjolnir, recipe cost decreased from 900 to 800. Total cost decreased 5,600 to 5,500. Damage bonus increased. Okay. Effing build me! No one builds this because Gleipnir is too good. How big is 25? I don't think it's that big. I don't think. It's a fair nerf. It's a really fair buff. I don't think it's that big. Alright, Glimmer Cape recipe cost decreased from 450 to 350. Total cost increased from 1950 to 2150. Makes sense because of Cloak. Magic resistance bonus increased from 20 to 25. Glimmer now grants invisibility, movement speed, and 300 magic barrier 5 sec. Ew. Alright. 5-second duration, 90 mana cost, 12-second cooldown. Okay. I don't know if the invis... I don't know if this was changed from... Well, keeps you in and out of invis like how it was, or if it's just you get invis. But the move speed is huge, honestly, because I think you can cast it on yourself. Because you can cast it on yourself. Now it's a get out of jail free card for supports. Heart of Tarask, strength bonus decreased from 45 to 40. No! The Ogre strat! It's been nerfed! How dare you! Helm of the Dominator, recipe change. That requires Helm of Iron Will, Diadem, recipe, stats unchanged, total cost increased from 2,400 to 2,625. Alright, that kind of hurts. Helm of the Overlord, total cost increased from 6,175 to 6,400. Ouch. Dominated Creep attack bonus decreased from 80 to 70. Armor bonus 8 to 7. Move speed decreased 400 to 380. Ouch. Nerfed. Holy Locket, recipe change. That requires Diadem, Magic Wand, Headdress. Recipe 525, total unchanged. No longer provides bonus health and mana to the hero. That sucks. Bonus attributes increased from +3 to +10. Alright, that kind of comps. It used to give 60 health from stats, now it's 220. That's actually kind of okay. Energy Charge now has a visual effect when used on allies. That's good. Lincoln Spear recipe change. It requires Ultimate Orb, Cornucopia. That's just going to be here a lot. This item is going to mess my mind. Recipe 1350, cost unchanged. Health bonus decreased from 7 to 6. Mana regen decreased from 5 to 4.25. Now also grants 10 damage. I don't know if the item is still good, but it actually kind of got worse. Will you finish these tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to have to. I know Heroes is going to take forever. How much? Oh, God. Okay. We're gonna be here for a while. Oh, God. Mage Slayer. Recipe cost decreased from 400 to 200. Total cost increased from 2,400 to 2,500. Oof. It's because of Cloak. It's nice that the recipe got cut in half. Yasha. Move speed bonus increased from 8 to 10. Sanjin Yasha. 10 to 12. 10 to 12. Next. Okay, done. Medallion of Courage. Valor cooldown increased from 12 to 16. Valor duration increased from 12 to 8. Valor self and enemy armor reduction and ally bonus increased from 5 to 6. Okay. It's no longer available all the time, which kind of sucks. Solar Crest recipe cost decreased from 900 to 700. Total cost decreased 26, 25, 24, 25. Shine armor increased 6 to 7. The move speed change 10 to 18. Attack speed increase 50 to 70. Duration increased. Okay. This builds into this just because of how the armor bonus applies. It kind of sucks that it's not active all the time. I get why, because it was just a free steroid for the most part. But it's stronger slow and more attack speed. But a bigger move speed and an attack speed bonus for your carry is really good. Meteor Hammer. Recipe cost increased from 250 to 550. You're not having fun anymore, boys. Total cost increased from 2350 to 2400. Meteor Hammer impact now slows enemies hit by 20% for the full burn duration of 6 seconds. Stun duration decreased from 1.25 to 0.5. Impact damage to buildings increased from 75 to 95. This might still get built. I don't know. I have no idea. Octarine Core recipe change. Now requires Perseverance Soul Booster recipe. Okay. Provides health, mana, cooldown reduction, health regen, mana regen. Alright, that's still a decent item. Perseverance. Total cost decreased from 1650 to 1400. Obviously. Phase Boots movement speed. Hello? Movement speed bonus increased from 45 to 50. Power Treads provides 45 to ranged heroes and 55 to me. Ew. What? Why? What? Ew. What the F did that? Why? I guess it's just to put melee carries back into the game. God damn. Recipe changed. Now requires Cornucopia recipe. Total cost 5,000. Jesus. Grants 20 damage. Less health regen, less mana regen. Yep. Satanic damage bonus decreased from 38 to 25. Scythe of Vice. Total cost decreased from 56.75 to 555.50. Mana regen bonus decreased from 9 to 8.5. Hex duration decreased from 3 to 4.5 to 2.8. Obviously. Okay. This makes this somewhat harder to build because of the cornucopias. Because now you have to save up for 1,200 instead of 2 cheaper items. So it's riskier now. It's still a good item. It's still a good item. But also, this recipe cost is huge. And losing some regen sucks. Damage is like whoop-de-doo. If you're building this, you're building it for its effect. Damage is like, who cares? Shiva's Guard. Arctic Blast Wave Speed increased from 350 to 400. That's a nice buff to the item. If the owner dies with Urn having 0 charges, it now gains. That's so nice! F you and the horse you rode in on. Item removed from the game. Okay. Neutral item updates. Okay. Neutral creeps no longer drop neutral items on death. Now they drop neutral tokens of different tiers. You can click on your neutral token to choose one of 5 random neutral items of the token's tier, and the token will permanently turn into one of those. Each hero has their own selection of random items. Having multiple tokens of the same tier will always result in the same selection of items, as the options are fixed per player, not per token. Okay. Neutral tokens are fully shareable and may be sent to neutral stash. Neutral items claimed from tokens are not shareable anymore and cannot be taken from neutral stash by allies. Items will be muted in their inventory similarly to regular items. That sucks. The not shareable and can't be taken by allies. That sucks. Neutral tokens can be equipped without the 6-second backpack penalty, but can also be used from backpack. Oh, okay, neat. That's nice. You can no longer see your allies' stash neutral items since you can't do anything with them. Okay. Possessed Mask. F you. Get out of here. Faded Brooch, get back in here. We love you. Worse for carries. Definitely. Because this was like the item for carries. This was more like for supports and initiators because it's mana and movement speed. Lance of Pursuit. Hound slow duration increased from 1 to 2 seconds. Oh. Okay. Occult Bracelet. All attributes bonus increased from +2 to +4. Now provides 10 magic resistance. Oh, that's so nice for Centaur. Seeds of Serenity health bonus is increased from 100 to 150. Verdurous Dale health regen increased from 8 to 10. Trusty Shovel summon Kobold is now controllable by the player that dug it up. That's actually really big. because it's still coin. Spark of Courage and Duelist Gloves we knew about. Moving out. Brigand's Blade, FU. Dagger of Ristal, FU. Nether Shawl removed from the game. Okay. God damn. Pupil's Gift. That provides half the value to all attributes for Universal. I like this a lot, honestly. Universal Heroes get, like, some really nice stuff. Philosopher's Stone, GPM bonus reduced from 80 to 75. Boo. Orb of Destruction re-added and moved from Tier 3 to Tier 2. Impeding Corruption armor reduction decreased from 4 to 3. Impeding Slow decreased from 25-15 to 20-10 melee range respectively. Okay. Specialist Array Crackshot cooldown decreased from 12 to 8. Vampire Fangs re-added. Alright, so at least carries have something. Lifesteal against creeps is now reduced by 50%. Ooh. We knew about Gossamer Cape, I read it up there. Blast Drake removed. No, that's such a nice item. Ceremonial Robe mana bonus increased from 250 to 350. Enchanted Quiver now provides 50 attack range, ranged heroes only. Oh. Oh, that's so nice. Wait. No, I didn't. Oh, no. And then we saw all of that up there. Flicker, removed from the game. Witchbane, also removed. Go kill yourself. Havoc, Hammer, damage bonus increased from 12 to 14, same with Strength. That's a nice buff. Mindbreaker moved from Tier 3 to Tier 4. Magic attack damage bonus increased from 25 to 45. Ew. Attack speed bonus increased from 25 to 30. Silent Strike duration increased from 1.75 to 2. Stormcrafter now provides plus 25 movement speed. No longer has an active. Passive Bottle Lightning now hits up to 2 targets. Wait, wasn't this the mini Cyclone? Oh, that sucks. Man. Tier 4. Neutron and Martyr's Plate. We knew about that. Apex provides plus 25 to all attributes for Universal Heroes, and Fallen Sky stun duration decreased. Alright. I'm going to read Abaddon. I'm going to go to Tinker, and we're going to test the Blink. I'm super curious on that. Anyway, Abaddon. Universal Hero. Base damage decreased from 28 to 38 to 9 to 19. Oh, no, really? They do get that stat reductions. Why? So, okay, so he used to get 2.6 a level. So now it's 2.2 plus 1.3 plus 1.2 times that by 0.6. He gets 282. God, that's so garbage. Damage on level 1 decreased by 4 from 50 to 60 to 46 to 56. Damage gain per level decreased from 2.6 to 2.8. Oh, I did the math here. I'm stupid. Okay. Oh, man, this sucks. Apothic Shield now considered a damage barrier, stacks additively with other damage barriers. Borrowed time cooldown increased from 60 to 40 to 70 to 50. Level 20, minus 8 second borrow time cooldown replaced with 85 damage per second borrow time immolation. 400 radius while borrow time is active, damages both Abaddon enemy. Oh! That's kind of neat. So, it heals you for 85 a second and also damages enemies. Alright. I'm going to Tinker. Okay, I'm reading Tinker. I want to know what this is. I'm not looking at anything else. Alright, base agility increased by 4. Agility gain increased from 1.2 to 1.4. Laser cooldown increased from 20 to 14 to 22 to 16. Heat-seeking missiles. Cast range decreased from 2,500 to 2,000. Damage decreased from 115 to 340 to 120 to 360. Okay, so now that I have done that, is it one? Oh, it's 2Ds. Okay. Now that I've read that, okay, I've read 2 heroes. I'm going to open the game. I'm going to test the blinks.
Ricky Maru comes for you.
Shut up. Everybody shut up. I'm going to also curious, because I can't look at this anymore. I got to see that. Ooh, okay. I kind of get why they actually did this, because they were running out of room. I like how it's consistent. Like 4, 8, 12, 16, 25 heroes per thing. Oh, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 31. 31. I'm stupid. It's fine. We're going to play Tinker. I'm not playing bots. That's tomorrow. We're just going to demo Tinker. I'm going to whack him with Abaddon. Where I'm going to see the really important thing. I need to know how this works on Tinker. I need to know. Is this the needed Tinker nerf? That's fair. I need to know. I need to know so bad. Come on. I need to know. We need to know so bad. Oh, they...
Clinker, I mean Tinker.
Yeah, Clinker. Yeah, because you're clunky and garbage. Haha, Pog. I really like how this is set up. God, it's gonna hurt my brain. Alright, enemy...
Like shapes in mist.
Okay, obviously...
Blink dagger.
Nope, don't do that. Don't be bad. We're gonna...
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Okay, so obviously that still works as normal.
Follow me.
I'm
You can't
in
use it.
complete Agreement.
And we're gonna do that.
Who goes there?
I'm under. I can't wait.
Oh my god, it is a nerf. You can't use it. He's shafted. Alright, good to know. That is how you nerf Tinker. There you go. That's so needed. God damn. Alright, that's all I wanted to test.
I have several theories I would like to put into practice.
Alright, so that's it. I could try to keep going through the changes as best I can, but honestly, I think I'm only gonna do like 1 or 2 heroes. We read this up there. Okay. AA, Ancient Apparition. Cold Feet stun duration decreased from 2 to 3.5 to 1.6 to 2.8. Ow. I know why, but still. Ice Vortex Argonite Shard upgrade removed. Now deals 12 to 36 damage per second to enemy units in the area. It's fine! Alright! Duration decreased from 16 to 6 to 50. Oh. Cooldown increased from 7 to 4 to 10 to 4. He needed this. He needed this so bad. He needed a farming thing. It's so nice. Argonite Shard. Enemies hit by Ice Blast Explosion are stunned with the current level of Cold Feet for 60% of its duration. Doesn't stun debuff immune enemies. That's a nice shard upgrade, actually. God damn. Anti-Mage. Base strength decreased from 21 to 19. Health regen increased from 0.25 to 0.75. Ooh. Okay. Mana break. Mana burn per hit decreased from 28 to 64 to 25 to 40. Max mana burn per hit increased from 1 to 3.4 to 1.6 to 4. Oh. Now plays a slightly different sound when a target is below 50% mana. Oh. Oh, man. That's going to affect people in a weird way. Blink cooldown increased from 12 to 6 to 13.5 to 6. Ouch. Blink cast range decreased from 200 to 250 to 200. We read this. Don't need to read it again. Axe. This is what I'm curious about. What the F is this? Berserker's Call duration decreased from 2 to 3.2 to 1.8 to 3. Okay. Damage rescaled from 60 to 180 to 80 to 170, so it's better level 1. No longer uses a pseudo-random proc chance, now triggers after a set number of attacks taken. I'm just typing this to him. Attacks to trigger 7 to 4. Aghanim Shard no longer increases proc chance, now reduces the cooldown of counter helix to 0 seconds. What the F does that even mean? What? I need to know how this works. I need to know how this works. We're going through heroes. We're like about halfway. We're gonna play some bots tomorrow. Just to... I need to know how this works. I need to know how this works. I need to. Give him a heart.
Heart of J.A.S.
Places
We're gonna take that. We're gonna put an enemy Abaddon into the game. Yes. We're gonna give him hearts. Get a Moon Shard. Another Moon Shard. Consume the moon shard. Good job. Okay. I forgot he has, like, all of that. Okay, so now we're gonna give him a shard.
By the house upon us.
How does this even... What effing cooldown? What? What cooldown?
Axe makes it too easy.
Oh, there's a 0.3 second cooldown. Okay. That's so dumb. Really? What?
Make war with the tools at hand.
Oh, you guys didn't even see that. I'll do it again. I didn't. I just realized you didn't see it.
Axe, even without the axe.
I don't like this change.
Axe.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna change my statement. I don't think the
Everybody
change
gets
is gonna affect him all that much. I really don't. Like, you still max this first because it lets you farm.
Forward.
Like, that's a given. But
Follow me.
I don't really see it being all that big,
Is ready.
honestly. I really don't.
Heart of J.A.S. Fly, my son.
Oh, no, now I see it. Because if I do this... Okay. It's there. Okay. Never mind, it's kind of there. Alright. That's it.
Fists of fury.
That's it. I have 9 minutes. I could go through more, but I also gotta pee. You know what? We'll just here's Llama. And you can look at my axe. And I'll be back, and hopefully we can read through Bane. Alright, I'm back. We're gonna read through Bane. Bane is it. Bane's the last one. Maybe not. I don't know. Ah! Go away! Alright, Bane. Now a universal hero. Damage on level 1 decreased by 11. Ew. Damage gained per level increased from 2.5 to 4.5. Oh my god. That's so stupid! Oh my god! What the F kind of a change is that? What do you mean? God damn. And Feeble got reworked again. Hooray! We knew it. No longer reduces health, heal, or regen. Now deals 12 to 30 pure damage per second. First instance of damage happens on application. Attack damage reduction increased from 45 to 60 to 55 to 70. Mana cost increased from 45 to 40 to 70 to 120 to 165. Duration rescaled to 9 seconds. Jesus Christ. Brain Sap pierces debuff immunity. Okay. Nightmare no longer deals damage. Oh. Okay, it just got shafted over here. Duration decreased from 4 to 7 to 3.5 to 6.5. Obviously. Mana cost decreased from 165 to 120 to 150. Alright. Fiend's Grip duration decreased from 5 to 6 to 4.75 to 5.75. That's like barely anything. But it's also a single target. I get why it's barely anything. Nightmare, level 10 Nightmare damage heals Bane replaced with minus 2 second Brain Sap cooldown. Level 15 minus 3 second Brain Sap cooldown replaced with plus 13 Enfeeble damage per second. Level 25 Fiend's Grip duration increased from plus 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Wow, what happened with Bat? Holy Christ. Now a Universal Hero. Base damage decreased from 17 to 21 to 0 to 4. Strength gain decreased from 2.9 to 2. Ow. Agility gain decreased from 1.8 to 1.4. Intelligence gain decreased from 2.9 to 2. Damage on level 1 unchanged. Base damage gain per level increased from 2 to 3.24. So he actually got buffed. Movement speed increased from 310 to 330. Oh my god. Sticky Napalm. Application damage decreased from 6 to 24 to 5 to 20. Okay, that's kind of fair. Damage per stack decreased. Yep. Slow per stack decreased from 2 to 8 to 1.5 to 6%. Flame Break cooldown rescaled from 18 to 15 to 22 to 13. Now slows affected enemies by 25%. Duration rescaled from 2 to 8 to 5. Damage increased from 30 to 120 plus 15 DPS plus 25 to 25 to 100 plus 10, 20, 30, 40 DPS. Total damage increased from 60 to 240 to 75 to 300. Okay, so to explain, this is a buff. It doesn't sound it because this went down and this kind of went up. But actually, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, it slows now. Because how this works, Sticky Napalm makes all of his damage from his spells and such to get increased. Okay, that's explaining that. So, that's how that works. I do think this got buffed, just because it slows. But, no longer provides bonus vision, no longer provides bonus movement speed, damage per second increase from 20 to 60 to 25 to 100. Okay, he got nerfed, because the bonus movement speed reduction sucks. Flaming Lasso total damage increased from 70 to 225 to 100 to 300. Damage now takes every 0.5 seconds. Cast range increased from 175 to 200. That's really big. Duration decreased from 2.5 to 3.5 to 2.25 to 3.25 seconds. Cooldown decreased from 120 to 110 to 90 to 60 seconds. I know he got 20 speed here, so losing the bonus movement speed is kind of okay, but it's still sort of a cripple. I do think overall, just because of this, he got buffed. This too, it's like he got buffed. I do think he's gotten nerfed a bit, but overall it's like, it slows. He got buffed. There you go. Alright, Beastmaster is the last one. So, I don't know how this is gonna go. Now a Universal Hero, base damage decreased from 31 to 35 to 12, 16, yep. Agility gain decreased from 1.9 to 1.4. Intelligence gain decreased from 1.9 to 1.2. Damage level 1 decreased by 8. Ew. Damage gain per level increased from 2.9 to 3.3. Ow. I had to sneeze. Kind of hurt a bit. Ow. Yeah. Oh, God. Hang on. Okay, I'm good now. Wild Axe's mana cost decreased from 65 to 50. Buff. Dive Bomb Shard. Root duration decreased from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Primal Roar stun duration decreased from 3 to 4 to 2.5 to 375. So all the alt stuns, from what I'm seeing, don't get changed all that much. They do get nerfed, but they don't get changed. Mana cost decreased from 150 to 200 to 100 to 150. Okay, Drums of Slum reworked. Now a passive. Attacks from Beastmaster or a nearby unit he controls cause him to bang his drum, dealing damage to nearby units and healing himself and units under his control for a portion of the damage dealt. Every attack decreases the interval between drum hits from a maximum of 3 down to a minimum of 0.4 between hits after 20 attacks. If no attacks are made, the intervals gradually increase every 1 second. Using Primal War automatically adds 10 to 20 drum stacks based on the level of Primal War. Drum hit damage 90, heal from heroes 25 creep. That's so weird. That's so weird. That still has Augs, right? I'm just gonna look, you guys aren't gonna see.
Unleash the beasts of war.
Yep, okay, it still is, but also that's the end of the stream. So, that is it for today. I will finish this tomorrow. We still have Bloodseeker and On. I am already morbidly terrified of this patch, but I'm also so curious to play it. I really am. The problem is that Hi-Fi Rush is something I'm going to try to start after tomorrow, and I'm probably not going to play Dota until then. I don't know. It all depends on if I get long days and if Llama's available, basically. But yeah, I'm going to go. I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I hope you all have a good rest of the night. I hope you all have a good rest of whatever. I'm going to go, and until next time, goodbye. I'm going to finish this tomorrow. Meh.